Alright, another video idea here. So basically, it's about, sleeping versus not sleeping. Dreaming while you're sleeping versus living that dream, your dream life, in reality while you're actually awake. So basically the two options. You basically sleep, think about when you sleep, you're having just random ass dreams. Whatever kind of dream comes to you, just comes to you while you're sleeping, right? Random as hell. Or I'm saying you can wake up. If you actually build your dream life, your ideal life, you're living your design dream, your ideal dream. So that's the two options there. You can stay asleep, and now when I'm saying stay asleep, I mean literally sleeping and having the random dreams, but also if you're living that life too, I'm gonna break it all down. Your waking life is just a fucking random dream. Because you don't have goals, you don't have dreams, you're not writing stuff down, you're not planning, you're not designing your life. So when you wake up, you're going to a job you hate. You know what I'm saying? You're just negative mindset. And it's like your life, you just complain about all the circumstances, everything around you, your environment, just complaining. And so basically, your waking state is essentially a reflection of like your dreaming state, where you dream just randomness. So you're taking that same approach when you wake up in life, just randomness happened to you, right? Well, if you take the other approach, you'd rather be awake, you'd rather be up working, building towards your actual dream you've designed because you've written down your goals. You know what I'm saying? You're planning your days out every day. So you're constantly moving and constantly progressing towards this dream life you have. So it's like you're excited to wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like to have the opportunity to build and experience your dream life. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's the two options. And I'm not saying don't sleep. If y'all keep with me at all, y'all know sleep is literally one of the most important things to me. And why? Because health is the most important thing to me. And you need adequate sleep to be healthy. Okay? So I literally put, now again, everybody's different. I've slept, the 7 hours a day. Hell, I've even, some nights I haven't slept in the past. This is, when I'm building my clothing brands up and everything. So, and I really try to cut these out, now. But in the past, more in the grinding phase, maybe you have to be a little more imbalanced in there, true. But you want to get to a point where you're more and more balanced. So, in the past, I've stayed up multiple nights, or I've slept like 2 hours this night, 3 hours this night, 4 hours this night, back-to-back nights, working on stuff, getting ready for shows, and just trying to meet deadlines and stuff like this. But now, again, I've experimented with my body. You need to experiment with your body. Just because studies and everything says you need 8 hours, that may or may not be enough for you. It's not enough for me, not with lifting, not as active as I am. So I personally put 9.5 hours on the clock when I hit the bed. 9.5 hours, I got my alarm set. And again, that's enough for me with how much I lift, how I'm basically taking every set to failure. I'm saying? I'm training, I'm giving every set my all, essentially, okay? And that's just the mindset I have, basically, with everything. So that's what it takes for me to recover in the workout program I got set up for myself. You may need a little more. You may need less. You may need 7.5. You may need 8. You may need 8.5. You won't know until you plan that out, though. So, and this is the big society screwball here. Basically, it's like society as a whole is kind of like touted, I only sleep 4 hours a night. I'm fucking cool. I sleep 4 hours a night. Like you're so productive or something. Again, there's periods of that, yes, but all in all, you're going to be a lot less productive sleeping less. And now again, I've noticed this is why I have upped my sleep until I found a certain number that allows me to essentially have fully charged batteries throughout the day. So anything less I get in that, I've noticed I'm less productive that day. I basically dick around, like I screw off the extra time that I got up. So if I slept an hour less, it's like I almost end up just wasting an hour more time that day, just like scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, or like since I'm not fully like mentally recharged and just fully recharged, fully rested, it's a lot easier to get off mentally, not stay focused, essentially. So find that amount of time that you can sleep, that when you wake up you are fully focused throughout the day. I am freaking hyper productive throughout the day. I'm literally yes, a lot of time to be laying in bed, but every second other than that, I am literally getting after it. Like I'm like a laser being focused, moving from task to task, getting things done like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I have people reach out to me saying like, how the hell do you do all this, right? And they don't even know I'm asleep. Like I'm not. They don't even know I'm in the bed that much. So that would even blow their mind that much more. So it's not just the time you put in something. It's the focus you can put in something. You know what I'm saying? If you can have 2 hours of working something, but not very focused, you can get more done in an hour super focused work. You see what I'm saying? So, and I've had people ask me this too in the past, like how can I move from task to task I could do all day, like building all these things, working on all these projects without burning out? And that's one of the huge things I say. Well, it's passion, you know what I'm saying, too, and I love it. And again, I'm building my dream life. But two, I'm not running myself down. I'm fully charged when I wake up each day. So I'm operating at 100% mentally and physically. So there's no reason for me to be burning out, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't burn out mentally, we burn out physically. The brain's limitless. The body's what tires out and needs rest and recovery. The brain doesn't need that. You know, the eyes might get, you know, some eye fatigue, so we need to take an eye break. Like right now I'm taking a walking break and an eye break in the park here. You know, and it doubles up as me burning calories too. I'm cutting, but the main point of me coming up for this walk is to give my eyes a break and to give my body a break from sitting, working on the computer. So we don't burn out physically. We don't burn out mentally, we burn out physically. Meaning if the physical body, that's what needs the rest. You know what I'm saying? So if you keep that fully fresh throughout the whole day, then you don't need the burnout. You don't need the rest or like throughout the day. That's what I don't take breaks throughout the day necessarily, like from working or like I'm constantly grinding all day. Again, in the opportunity of time, like I don't know how much time I have left, and nothing's guaranteed. So I want to give it my all every single day to try to push myself as far as I can, progress each day towards my dream life, right? So the more like you wouldn't wake up each day with a 50% charged phone battery. Guess what? By halfway through that day, you're gonna have to charge it, and if you don't, it's gonna be dead that night. If you don't charge it that night, guess what? It's a cumulative, and the same thing in our body. If you keep undercharging your body every day, well, each day you're gonna run out of battery earlier and earlier that day. Mental fog, just everything's screwed up. So that's how you're not gonna be able to, you know, be your best. That's what it's all about, being your best. So that's what it all goes back to. Wake up, but you need to like sleep enough, but wake up, build your own ideal life you want to, and stop letting your life be, because basically you're either working for yourself, like for your goals, your dreams, working on your own plan, or you're working for somebody else's plan. See what I'm saying? If you're working for somebody else or for another business or whatever, you're working for somebody else who's the boss and whoever started that company and whoever's plans, the goals they have, you're working for them. Now, doesn't mean you can't work for another business, another person, and work for yourself, because we all do, at the end of the day, actually work for ourselves. That is a huge misconception. We all work for ourselves. And thinking, okay, I'm working for these people, so I'm just going to slack off. That's what it actually ends up screwing yourself. But if you take it like, you give it, regardless of what your job is, you give it that your best, do more than what you're paid. Like, just give your best. That's the best way to get out of that job. But if you say, oh, I'm just working here, so I'm just going to slack off this crappy job, and I'm trying to get out of here early and try to take longer lunch breaks, you're doing that, you're self-sabotaging, because you're really, at the end of the day, working for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, rest well. Charge your batteries fully. You'll be amazed what all you can get. And then, guess what? You get done working, I don't care what your job is. You're resting enough, you get done with that job, guess what? Now you can start building that side business on the side after job. Now you can grind after you get done with work. And don't come with any excuses, oh, you got kids, and you can find time. And it's you can't find, you make time. And again, if you got kids and this and that, and you're making these excuses, you've made that bed you have to sleep in, so deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you didn't sacrifice earlier. Now you got to go through a grind period where maybe you don't get as much sleep and you have to put that time towards building a business and all. But so basically, the earlier you can do that, the better. But stop sleeping, living dreams like that, and then your waking state. Stop living those random dreams like you do when you sleep. Wake up after a good night's rest, however much rest you need, and build a life a dream life that you can actually live throughout the day. That's your options. Sleep, stay in that sleep, not woke, ain't this stupid bullshit. I'm just saying, like, not trying to put it with that connotation. I'm saying, like, you can just sleep, live random dreams, essentially same thing with your waking life, or you can get up and live a design dream, your ideal life, your dream life. All right, I'm about back at the truck here, so that's it for this video. Again, this may be its own video, but I'm just recording ideas because I don't have I normally put my YouTube video ideas in my iPhone, but I don't have that, so I just was recording. This is the third video idea I've got while walking since pulling up, so just recording them on here. This one actually ended up being long, so this may be his actual video, but that's it for the video. Peace out.